Hello everybody, have I timed it right for a change? Time for another Fibromyalgia Friday, even though it's Wednesday, but I put this up on Friday. I thought I would talk about memory. I don't know about any of you, but the longer I've had fibro, the worse my memory's got. And I can't get a whole sentence out if I'm in a situation, like when I went to get my glasses sorted and I was trying to talk to the woman in the opticians, and I only get halfway through a sentence and then they start talking over me, and then I lose the thread of what I was saying and I can't remember what I wanted to say, and then I get really frustrated and then they wander off and it's like, oh, but I wanted to say blah blah blah. So that's been a real pain. Thankfully my husband's really good, and if I stop mid-sentence, if he knows what it was I was going to say, he'll say it for me. Or he'll just sit and wait until I collect my thoughts and I carry on with what it was I was talking about. There's not a lot I can do. There's not much we can do about that. If our brains are fried, then they're fried. So that you just have to learn to laugh at and cope with. But to help with other things, I have this little thing by the bedside, like a little tiny, see, I can't even remember what it's called and I'm looking at it, pad thing, and I write stuff on it. Like at the moment I've got web addresses from super scrimpers to have a look at, but there was a time I'd sit up here and I'd think, oh, I'll tell my husband that when he comes up, or oh, I'll go and look at that later on, and then he'd come upstairs and I'd go, he'd just look at me and it's like, oh, there was something I was going to tell you and I've no idea what it is now. And for ages I wouldn't accept the fact that I couldn't remember, but now I'm a lot better at doing that. So what I do is I have my pad and I write everything. When I have an idea I write it down and then I go through it, and then otherwise nothing would get done. And on the computer I have 900 million tabs open because I get so easily distracted. Pardon me, I've not long had dinner. I'll start doing my emails, and there'll be a link in an email, and I'll click on it to look at it, and then that'll lead me to something else, which will lead me to something else, and then 10 minutes later I'm like, was I doing my emails? So I have to go back and start doing my emails again, and so on and so on and so on. So I leave all the windows open that I've clicked on, and then at night, before I turn my computer off, I go back through every open window to see what was I doing and did I finish doing it, or is it okay to shut the window, because otherwise nothing would get done. I get halfway through buying things online and get totally distracted and go off and do something else, and then a couple of weeks later I'm like, where's that thing I ordered? And then I'll look and it's like, oh, you never finished the paying process, or you didn't click finish or whatever, because shiny thing on the telly or something's caught your eye and away you go. So there's no cure for this brain fog thing. I don't know what to suggest, I really don't. I try doing games as much as possible. I like Criminal Case on Facebook at the moment. I think that's pretty cool. I played that Candy Crush. Oh man, that is so annoying. I've got to, where have I got to, 65 or something, and I've been stuck for months, and it's like, I just want to throw it out the window. I get like one square away from finishing it. But I do that. I like to play games to try and keep my head working. I've got a load of books that I bought that I want to read, and I can't read them. I can't hold a book for long enough, that my arms really ache. So I've bought this thing. Where from? QVC, yeah. To hold your book, hold the book open, and so I've got that. But now I've found I get 2 pages in, and something will fall off the bed, or my husband will cough, or the telly's on with no sound and I'll look up and that's it, gone completely. The whole lot that I've read, I have no idea what I just read, and I have to go back to the beginning and start again, and it's so annoying, really 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 annoying. I can't hold a phone anymore. I don't know if it's the weight of it or what it is, but I'll have it for so long. My arm spasms and locks, and the pain, it's excruciating. And the only thing that did relieve it was Ibuleave, like rubbing tons of Ibuleave on it, and that would sort of unlock it. But it's like the muscle here, it used to just lock, and it'd be like that. And so I don't use the phone anymore, and I say to people that I want to deal with them via email, and I do that because I can be legible in an email. I can sound quite intelligent in an email at times if I have the time to sit down, go through it, spell check it, reread it, leave it there for a bit, come back to it later. And especially at night when my husband's gone to sleep and my son's asleep, and my little girl, she tends to sleep on and off, so I stay awake until she falls asleep because I don't like leaving her. But at that time of the night when it's quiet and there's nobody awake, only me, that's when I can get my thoughts straight, because there's no traffic going by, there's no noise in the house, and I can write emails to people, and that's how I like to do things. But do you think you could get people to understand that and contact you through email? The amount of phone calls I've had, and I've said I do not use the phone, I want to deal with you via email. No, they won't have it. And then my husband answers it and he says, you know, she can't come to the phone at the moment, because no, we have to speak to her. And it's like, in this day and age when we've got computers and emails take seconds and cost nothing, why are companies insisting on phoning, running up phone bills, costing themselves money to talk to people that don't want to talk to them? Now I've gone off thread and I don't know what I'm talking about. My mouth feels like Gandhi's flip-flop. Hang on a sec. But I just really wish companies would listen. I've found recently, because of the way things are going with the shirkers and the strivers and the benefit scrounging scum in the UK, if you tell anybody you're disabled, it's like the door shuts, you know, the shutters come down and they don't want to know. And it's like, it's not my fault, do you know what I mean? My body gave up on me, I didn't ask for it. Much sooner be in work, but what can you do when you're ill? Anyway, so where were we? What was I talking about? Memory. What else can I do? Tablets. I'm useless at taking my tablets. I've tried setting alarms. I've got pill boxes all over the place. Got pill boxes up the wazoo with little boxes in and days on. I've got another one there. I've put them with my drink. There's times I even put them right there next to my mouse, and I still forget them. And my husband will come to bed and he'll say, have you taken your tablets? And I'm like, no, I'll do that in a sec. He goes to sleep, I forget. Still sat here at 7 o'clock the next morning thinking, why am I wide awake? And it's again, I've forgotten to take my tablets. Not that they put you to sleep, but they at least, I don't know, after a few hours make you feel like you could try and go to sleep. So if anyone's got any bright ideas for how I remember to do that, but like I said, if I don't do it the second I remember to do it, then it doesn't get done until I remember again. Because if something distracts me, then that's a shiny thing on the telly, or I look over and catch sight of a bottle of perfume or a pigment or something over there, and I think, oh, that's nice, and it was like, what was I doing? No idea. Apart from the pain, which I don't know, do you learn to live with it? Does it get better? I don't know what it is, but the pain I can deal with. It's the memory thing that drives me mad. So like I said, the only thing I can think of that I do that helps me is to leave lots of windows open, to have a notebook, and if all else fails, I tell my husband to put it in his phone. And then every so often we check his phone and see if there's something I should have been doing, or somewhere I had to go, or whatever. I forget my own birthday now. Well, I mean, that's easy to do because I changed it, but that's another story. But I forget when my birthday is, and it's like, oh, really? Is it my birthday next week? Ooh, um, which is good, I suppose. And I tell you what else is really cool is when I have money to spend, like on Mother's Day or Valentine's or whatever, and I buy something, I buy it and that's it. And then by the time the box arrives, I've completely forgotten what I've ordered. So it's like Christmas every time I get a parcel. It's like, oh, what's in here? Because I've got no idea what it is. So that's a fun thing, I suppose. It's one good thing for Fibro. But, yeah, memory. What do we do? I don't know. More so than the pain. I wish someone had come up with some sort of cure for that. I really do. But that's all I can think of at the moment. Was there something else? Nope. I've packed away the book that I wrote the list in. I wrote my top 10 tips for coping with Fibro. I thought, right, I'll write them all down and then I'll be able to do them all. And I've put the book somewhere and I don't know where I've put the book. So I've got to go and look for that before I do the next one. So that's it for today. Please comment and subscribe if you haven't, and leave me any messages. It's nice to talk to other people in the same boat. And thank you for watching. I'll remember to say it this time. And I'll see you all next Friday. Bye.